driving. Hope comes and stops us in our tracks. Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Not really sharing this one. So, you know what? I'm going to share it to, nah, they never join. You know what? Screw it. I'm going to do it. I might just put it in WhatsApp real quick. There we go. Probably, Dion, you text too much. How much is too much? Well, why do you think I did a third one, Ingrid? So you could join. It's not why, but it worked out well for me. No, when I got back into AA, and I'm just going to go ahead and get started here because I have a spot see you at 1:30. So welcome to Daily Trudge. My name is Dion. And of course, if you're here, please say hello. So, it's kind of, I was just in a meeting and we were kind of talking a little bit about how things had changed. And there was one guy in there, he got so pissed. Like, that's how we do things. And man, he proceeded to take our inventory and everything. I know who this guy is. But I get where he's coming from. When I came back into the program, I got a little frustrated with AA. I'm like, why are all these why are newcomers talking? Why are we? And I've settled down on a lot of it. I learned a lot from my 3 p.m. How it works meeting. It's a newcomers meeting, and just like how the world changes, man, and AA is going to change. Okay, it's not always going to remain the same, and it's because of the types of people that we have. This new generation coming up, they don't appreciate it with the way that we talk sometimes. And gosh, aren't we supposed to be here to meet these people where they're at? Isn't that what we're supposed to be doing? And I understand it. I mean, hell, I have a saying that says you can lead a horse to water, you can't make him drink. You shove his head in there and make him wish he did, right? See, a lot of people don't agree with me on that. And I understand why, because it sounds violent. Okay? Now, this doesn't mean we need to walk around on eggshells and appease people. But, it is our job as recovered alcoholics to meet people where they're at. Why? Because we can. Remember when you came? I'm going to tell you, when I came in, the first time I came in, it was rough. I was able to take it. Okay. But when I came in the second time, man, I was pretty sensitive. You say the wrong thing to me, I'd start crying, man, or I get mad. We're having a hard enough time as it is. And I'll tell you, for me, I needed somebody that was a little bit rougher with me. Okay. But that's for my generation. Okay. Now you can usually sit down with a person for a little bit and figure out how much they're willing to actually take and listen to. If they talk low and they don't say much, they're probably introverted. They're probably very introverted. Maybe they're very shy. Okay. In this case, ask good questions. Where'd you grow up? Did you go to school here? Just ask questions, man. Did you go to school here? What kind of work do you do? Don't talk about alcoholism. Just talk about life. Hey, yeah, you married? Yeah, I am too. I love being married. How about you? Love being married. She's kind of on me. That's why I'm here. See, now we're having a discussion. Okay. But what we must remember, okay, is this. We don't know better. And that's what this guy was doing in the meeting, saying, what, we know better, we're better than this. No, we're doing great, man. Just because I didn't agree with it in the beginning. Okay. And I know I didn't like it. I was ticked that AA had changed on me. Okay. But I was wrong. I was wrong about my thought process. Okay. That other people out there maybe don't like being, hey, take the cotton out of your ears, shove it in your mouth. In other words, shut up. Okay. We can say things a little bit differently now. Okay. Hey, you know what? Listen for the similarities, not the differences. You're kind of saying the same thing. I found that in my experience, and even to this day, that 90% of the program is keeping my darn mouth shut. See, I said the same thing, but I presented it in a much different way. Okay. You know, and we can't give newcomers little names like you're a sick puppy. Okay. Things like we can't, no, that's name calling. I mean, I get it and I understand that it's got to have depth and weight, but it doesn't need to have my depth and weight. It needs to have their depth and weight, or they're not going to feel it. Okay. And part of my job is to kind of bring those problems to the surface so they can realize, man, my life's out of control. I can't hold a job. My wife's getting ready to leave me. My kids never want to hang out with me. My friends, they all stop talking to me, you know. So when we get here, we're lonely as it is. Well, I'd much rather bring somebody in and give them hope than, okay. And what do we call it? We call it tough love. And I'm not a big fan of tough love because tough love involves thinking that you know better than that person. And we in AA, we can't do things that way. It won't work. The 12-step approach is different. It is all inclusive. Okay. Now, let's say I got a guy just got out of the Marines. I'm going to talk a little different. If this guy's swearing and cussing like a sailor, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to copy them. You bet. Okay. When you sit down with somebody, if you start to mimic what they do, they will start to open up for you. These are my little tricks that I use. Okay. It's counseling 101. But I've been doing this for so it's weird because these numbers it goes it's been sitting 1, but then it was 3, then 4, so I don't even know. So um so no, we don't need to be so rough in AA. Okay. It isn't one way for everybody. Aren't our paths innumerable? Ah, and what worked for the baby boomers and Gen Xers isn't necessarily going to work for Gen Z and millennials. And I think there's more of them. I don't know. I'm lost with all that. Okay. So what for me, this is how this is what I do. First off, I don't do generational. No. If I did that, I would be causing division and no, I'm not going to do that. But I will give everybody the same shot. I will hold space for those people and I will listen. And then I'm going to take my own experience and I'm going to talk about it. Right. So, um, yeah, I have to say that I think AA is going in the right direction. Okay. I pushed back on several things myself, but I'm finding out that I was incorrect on some things. And that's all right, man. That's how we learn, right? We move forward, make progress. All right. So, on the other hand, with AA changing, okay, that doesn't mean that you get to disrespect these old timers and what they've been doing for us. You best have a lot of freaking respect for them. Okay. Because if it wasn't for them, AA wouldn't be here for you. no matter how they talk or if they use tough love. The fact is this: because they did what they did, you get to go to AA. Period. So whether you agree with them or not, you got to respect them at least. All right. I'm 7.5 years. I ain't one of them. You ain't got to respect me. But I'd like it. So, all right. Thank you, everybody, Ingrid, for hanging out with me. It's my last one today, but this is what happens when I get up too early. I'll do 3 of these, and I need to focus. I've been getting a lot of stuff done, but of course, I feel like I'm missing everything. So, Tuesday's coming up fast. I thought I had a week and a half. I have 4 days. Oops. All right. Thank you. I love you. Peace out.